Hello everyone, my name is Croxton Hale and welcome to the very first video of my channel. In my channel, I'll be playing Minecraft mod pack start to finish with the main aim of reducing the grind as much as possible so casual players like you and I can play mod packs and have fun and enjoy. Today we're starting with Seaopolis 2. It's a 1.19 questing mod pack that is based in the water, and as you can see we start by spawning on this lovely 6x6 platform with only a few driftwood crates, and we can already see we have a few other things that spawn around us. To start this mod pack, we're gonna need to open our quest book, and to do that we need to go to our options, controls, keybinds, and search quest and assign a key to your quests. I have my key assigned. Make sure it's not conflicting with any other button that's already been assigned in the game. And we start the game by opening the quest book. So as we can see, we start by the introductory quest, Welcome to Seaopolis 2. It's a water-based questing mod pack. Read the quests. So we go through the quest to help us through the progression. And if you go and hover on the left side, you can see all the quests that we have to go through to finish this mod pack, with the final goal of creating final stars to actually complete the mod pack and get the You Did It paper as your certificate for finishing this mod pack. So let's get back to basics and see what we have. The world. The world is only 4 biomes: ocean, lukewarm ocean, deep dark, and lush caves. And if we go below level 60, we will get damaged, so diving down will need a lot of preparation to go. V-Bucks is your currency in this mod pack. You use it to buy various items from the shop, very useful items that we'll get to later. Meshes is how we use and get our resources in this mod pack. FTB Ultimine is an amazing mod that allows you to mine more than one block, actually up to 64 blocks at the same time, and you can use it by holding the grave key, which is the key under your escape button on your keyboard. We get access to a tome as well, which will give us information about any mod we choose. So if we actually open this, we can see we can select from different mods and their books to get more introduction into the mod itself. We'll more onto that later. We go back to our quests, and we see that the FTB quest allows you to share and have a team playing with you, so you can share the quests. And then we get to the press K. K, if you're hovering on anything, pressing K on a certain item will try to craft the item in a 2x2 or 3x3, useful for pebbles. More into that later. Let's get the quest. Chapter challenges. So after every chapter, you get a chapter challenge, which is basically a bigger amount of items that you have to submit from the chapter itself to get access to some very good rewards. After that, we have the map that we can access by pressing the J button on your keyboard, and you can see we open the journey map mod that will show us a map and allow us to put a lot of waypoints and actually know where we are on the map. Bamboozled. I wonder what this is. Let's try it.
Ben law.
Oh, I am bamboozled for sure. Or may I say bamboozled. Ben is the creator of this mod pack. You can find the link to this mod pack in the description down below. And the last thing, the Octagon quests. These quests unlock additional items from the shop. So there are certain quests in the game. Ooh, I love that sound. We completed the basics chapter. So with all of this, we got introduction to what we have in this mod pack and what we are looking forward to do. If you press this top right button here, it will collect all the rewards that you get from any of the quests that you completed already. So after completing the introductory quests, we get access to this wallet here that will allow us to store our V-Bucks in a safe space. So we put the wallet in our offhand, we hover over the V-Bucks, and you spam right click to store all your money Save. Always remember to save your money for later use. So let's start with the first chapter, Survival 101. The first one is driftwood crates. Various structures containing driftwood crates, when broken, will drop useful items. So the very first thing we need to do is to break those driftwood crates. And if you normally punch and hold this, it will break one of them. And as you can see, we got a mud and a silkworm. But if you hold your grave key, which is again the key under your escape button, as you can see, if I'm holding it, it highlights all the similar blocks like the driftwood crates. And now, if you mine this, it mines all of it. Very useful for later use. Just be careful not to mine everything on your platform at the same time. You don't want to fall in the water. So now that we did this, let's go back to our quests. As we can see, we got the apple, we got some saplings, and we got mud. And we also get access to Don't Be Alone quest, which gives us a duck sack, a friend. So we are not gonna be alone in this map. So we can hold our friend, we can place him. He is a lovely little duck, and I'm gonna call him Donald. Donald the duck. You're gonna be journeying with me this whole mod pack, and I'm gonna show you everything that I do, and we're gonna have a lovely time together, Donald. Alright, let's put you back in the sack. Let's go back to the quest and see what do we need to do next. We need to get logs or driftwood logs. Driftwood logs are those logs on the platform itself. We'll keep that for now. And we start this journey now by planting some saplings. We unfortunately didn't get any oak saplings here, so we won't get access to apples right away. But we can do that later, or we can place these 5 driftwood crates that we got, break them, yes, in hopes of an oak sapling, and we got it. So how do we do this? This is a big mod pack. It's a lot of grind, especially when you get to the later chapters. So a lot of this requires a lot of time. I'll be doing my best to help you guys out to do these quests in the fastest way possible, easiest way possible, and make the progression much smoother. So the way I like to start this mod pack is by starting to grind the trees, and I like to place it this way, and you'll see why in a second. So when you place your oak sapling, you can spam crouch to grow the sapling really quickly. It's a mod in this game. And then if we use our ulti-mine and mine this tree, we're gonna get all the logs plus some additional saplings. So basic things first. You craft some planks, you craft a crafting table, you place your crafting table, and you start crafting. The way this mod progresses, if whenever you are confused or what to do next, go back to the quest. So we completed and got the crafting table. After that, we need to do some more things. We need to get a chest, a wooden hopper, a wooden crook, barrels, and some wooden shears. A lot of it, we'll just go through them really quickly. So we placed our trees or our mud in this method. So we go and crouch again, get some more trees, get some more wood, and voila, we get access to even a bit more saplings. But the sapling number is not always guaranteed, and you do not want to run out of saplings. If you do, you can just go to any of the platforms, get some more driftwood crates, and get access to more saplings. One thing we can do is we can craft a crook. I'm gonna craft 2 here because I know I need them. So a crook actually gives you more chance to get saplings if you mine the leaves with it. So if we place our 6 saplings and we spam crouch to grow all the trees, now we can use the crook with our FTB Ultimine key to get access to way much more saplings. So we used up that crook, and now we can mine all these logs. Now we have 25 saplings. The grind is starting to become faster already. So the very first thing you need to do to make this mod pack a bit easier for you and reduce the grind is to spend 1 to 2 minutes here doing this. So I'm gonna need as much wood as I can. Now, I already know that I'm gonna also need leaves. The tree leaves are gonna be used later to make dirt. So we need a lot of them. And in order to get the leaves, we need shears. Now, in normal Minecraft, you get only access to normal shears, which use iron. We don't have access to. But in this mod pack, gladly, we have something as wooden shears. So I'm gonna craft a bulk of them. So my first step to you is to start bulk crafting right away, because this will allow you to get way more items in way less time. So let's go back into our hidey hole, and this is how I like to do it. To get more leaves, you need to spam crouch. When your first tree grows, you get the leaves of that. And you crouch again. As you see, as the other saplings grow, they will introduce more leaves than if you grew everything together at the same time. And that's the second tip. And you get this. Now we already have over 2 stacks of leaves, and we spam crouch again. That's why I made 7 of these wooden shears, because we're gonna be using them all. So we just do this, and we need access to the trees on top. I can't reach that. And as you can see, we managed to get over, well, exactly 5 stacks of wood from these 12 saplings. Now all we need to do is to break the wood logs. Oh, that's a lot of saplings that I need. Now, as you can see, we're starting to run out of food. And we only have a few apples, 10 apples. That's not going to be enough. Gladly, there's something in the mod pack that can tell you can make a leafy stew. Basically, it's a type of food specifically for this mod pack. And yes, you can only use a bowl and a few leaves to make that, which is why we got a lot of leaves as well. So let's quickly make some food. I'll make 8 bowls, fill them with food, and I have 8 leafy stews ready to eat and consume. I'm gonna quickly munch on them. And you want to do this for maybe 5 more minutes. Get yourself a lot of wood to store for later. You'll thank me, trust me. And then we do the same thing over and over for like 3 to 5 minutes. It's a slight grind to help you remove the extra grind that you're gonna face later. Instead of having to go back and plant a tree every time you need some wood, you're gonna already have a lot of wood to start with. So I'm gonna do a bit of this for 5 minutes and then I'll come back. And just like that, with mining my last patch of oak wood, this took me about less than 2 minutes already, and I have a full inventory of wood and leaves. Right now, it's time to get a bit more space. You don't want to get stuck in this space and be very claustrophobic when you have the whole ocean in front of you. So we'll start with a bit of expanding, nothing much, something casual, something will help us play and get some more space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll circle around. We'll make sure we're hitting the exact spot. A bit of symmetry is really nice. When you expand the base later, keeping the symmetry will be a bit harder, so if you are willing to spend the time and the hours to make everything symmetrical and look nice, then by all means go ahead. So we filled this border of nice wood logs. We actually need some space, so let's empty out some of these things that we have here. I don't want birch right now. I don't want dark oak sapling. We'll get those saplings later if we need them. So right now, I just need a bit more planks. Yes, so expansion and spreading out your base is better done with planks, as you save a lot of wood doing that. So let's fill out this platform. Alright, so you have the space. And you say, oh, I can progress now, but soon you're gonna have to expand a little bit more. So my next advice would be, just do this on all 4 sides. Give yourself a bit more space so you can save your time later, so you don't have to go and expand every time you need a little bit more space. So I'm gonna do that and head back real quick. And just like that, we expanded our platform. I had to wait out for some mobs to die here because they spawned on the boat, but that took very little time. And we have this extra space now to work with. Now, first things first, we want to start by storing our items here. Now, in Minecraft mod packs, you can craft wood logs with the same recipe like wood planks to make chests, but it makes 4 instead, which is a bit faster and makes the grind a bit much easier. So we start by just placing some boxes or some chests, and we just will store all of our items inside. We keep Donald with us at all times. And I'll just like to empty everything out. You can press the middle mouse button on any inventory to sort everything out, and you have everything out sorted properly. Now, let's progress in the quest, shall we? Now, we've done a lot already. We can claim all the rewards here, and we get access to golden crook, which is not useful by any chance because gold is not a good materials for any equipment in Minecraft. So it's just more like here you go, something a little bit better, but not really. And as we can see, we need to make some wooden hoppers, barrels, and we can start making dirt soon. We need to also get some infested leaves so we can get string and we can have some sleepy time at night. So right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start bulk crafting. We need to do a lot of bulk crafting to save ourselves a lot of time. You're gonna need a lot of hoppers, you're gonna need a lot of chests, so might as well do them right away. So we'll just spread out our wood and chests to make about 20 wooden hoppers. This will be useful for us later. And let me make just a little bit more chests here. And as we can see, we're already starting to progress. Now, our main goal of this basic materials chapter or sub-chapter is to start creating dirt. So we can see if you go on the dirt and you just left click on it, it will tell you how to make dirt. There are obviously various ways you can make dirt, but the way we're gonna do it in this mod pack is by composting. Make a barrel and put any organic matter in it, and you guessed it, the organic matter we're gonna be using is leaves. So it takes about 8 leaves to make 1 dirt. That's why we need to start making them. Now, if I go and make a barrel, which I'm gonna need some planks for, and I go ahead, I'll make myself 8 barrels because I know I'm gonna need them later. It's all about the bulk crafting and reducing the time you need to go back to the crafting table to craft some more things. So if you place a barrel in there, grab yourself some leaves, and you place 8 leaves in there, it will take some time, and it will process itself and compost, and eventually it's gonna produce you some dirt. So let's wait for a second. And there you go. You right click it and you get your dirt. Now, you don't want to be placing dirt all the time or placing leaves and collecting the dirt. So now we start with the first automation of the day. We already have 8 oak barrels. We already have 20 hoppers and 16 chests. So we're already almost set up to start automation. Now, I like to keep my storage and my living quarters in one area and everything else is used for other things like automation. So to automate this, all you need to do is place a chest, jump on it, start placing some wooden hoppers, and then place the barrels, another wooden hopper on each one, and another chest. And voila, we are automating already. So now all we need to do is to go back, take our leaves. I'm gonna keep a stack here just in case I need food and I forget to harvest some leaves, so a stack there will be fine. I'm gonna dump all my leaves up here and they're gonna start being consumed, taken into the wooden hopper and being placed in the barrel. Now, this automation will start producing us dirt any second now. As this finishes, as you can see, we're starting to produce dirt already. So this is automating everything already now. Now, as you see, this wooden hopper isn't getting any of the leaves. That is because it is directly accessed to that chest up there. So what you can do is you can place some of your oak leaves at the bottom, because if you didn't know, a Minecraft double chest is actually the first 3 rows is the first chest, or the one on the left mostly, and then the other rows are the one on the right. So unless you fill this all up, everything on this section of the chest will be consumed by this hopper. So I'm just spreading them evenly apart, or you can place singular chests on top and then you place your leaves in each of them individually. So right now we're already making dirt. We're already automating. we go back, we put all of our stuff back. Next thing we need to do is to get ourselves some string. And now I removed the mud already, but I'm just gonna be placing it back real quick. In the same way I like to place it. I'll make sure I have some crooks because what we're gonna do is gonna require a little bit of crooks to use. So let's make some sticks, make a few crooks or a couple, and get ready to do this. So what we need to do is to start growing our trees. Oh, we need to place the saplings first, of course. Let's grow our trees. And once they're fully grown, we need to start infesting them. So I put myself in a tough position here. So we're gonna need to wait for all of these to get infested. As you place them here, you can place them all around the tree. The more you place them, the faster they're spread. But I placed them here, so I'm just gonna wait a second because they're gonna spread across all the leaves just in a minute there. And just like that, after waiting for about 30 seconds to a minute, if you're outside, you can see all the leaves being infested. But right now, all you need to do is hold your crook, and with your FTB ulti mine, just get all the string. And as you can see, we are getting a lot of string. And we're gonna need that. So don't worry if you have like 5 or 6 stacks of strings, because you're gonna need all of it. Now, one thing you can do is break this. Well, you're gonna have to build up to it a bit. And we're gonna clear out everything on top there just later. So we have a lot of string already. I don't think we're gonna need string anytime soon. Alright, let's get rid of our mud. Nighttime is coming. It's about time. Let's make ourselves some white wool. Make a bed. Actually, let me make 2 beds. You'll see why just in a second. And we're just gonna go and place the beds right here for now. And 1 bed is for me, 1 bed is for Donald. Good night, Donald. And good morning, Donald. How's your night? Alright, with that we skip the night. And now we have a lot of string. Let's store it for now and see what we can do with it later, since we already got our bed. And let's store all the silk orbs for now. Alright, as you can see, we're already almost done with the first chapter. All we need to do is to craft a crafting automation, or automat. It's basically an crafting table. And something called a structure crafter that can craft things from the real world. But we won't be using that anytime soon. So, to do that, all we need to do is to grab some more planks. And then make ourselves some crafting tables. I'll make 16. And if you put them in this pattern, you get a crafting automat. And that is the quest. And the structure crafter is a crafting automat just placed in the center. And with that... Oh, I thought we were done. Oh, we need a driftwood log and a driftwood plank. Well, to do that, all I need to do is to break this driftwood log, craft it into driftwood planks, and with that we are done with the first chapter already. Let me place this here, I'll replace it later. Alright, so now that you're done, you can claim everything one by one. Some useful items, you get extra wooden hoppers. But since this is the start, there's not much needed, so I'm just gonna claim everything at once. And I can see my inventory is full back again. All I need to do is to dump everything back here. And look at this. We have a clean inventory, and our inventory inside is sorted. So Donald, you're not gonna be in the sack today. You're free to roam. Look at the automation if you want. Let me know if you like it. As you guys can see, we're running through our leaves, almost done with them, and we already have almost a stack of dirt. That means we're gonna need more leaves just here soon. So a little bit more grinding will be required. Alright. So, let's see. We are done with this chapter. What do we have next? Stone. Here's where we get to the Stone Age. So, remember the meshes from the first quest? Now, we use all the string we got to create all of these meshes. And now, let's go grab our string. And I will tell you that you need about 9 meshes to start. So I'm gonna crafted 10 meshes. So we're gonna use these 10 meshes to progress in the story and hopefully grant even more items soon. Alright, we need a drying table. Oh, of course, also if you're hovering over this drying table and you press your A button, you get to save the recipe on your bookmark recipes here. And you can get access to it later from the crafting table, so you don't have to go back and forth from the quest to find out how you craft the things you want to craft. So we have oak. So let's bookmark this and let's start the crafting. So we need a little bit more slabs. Let's craft a bit more slabs. As I said, you need 10 meshes, but you need 9. No, you actually need 8 oak sieves, and you'll see why 8 just in a minute, because I'm just planning ahead for my automation that you'll see. With that, we're gonna start automating our meshing and our sieving. Now, I want to stay a bit far from the boat since some mobs spawn here at night. Later, we might light up the boat so to prevent the mobs from spawning. So I'll do the automation on this side. So you want to place your 8 meshes just like this. And you'll see why. And we place all the meshes on top. We grab the dirt that we already made and automated. And if you go over it and you click on the center, hold right click, you start to actually mesh the dirt that you made. And you can see we get stone pebbles. All the various of stones of basic vanilla Minecraft are here. So we collect all of these. And now we can see our inventory is filled with these pebbles. Now we're gonna introduce you to the press K button quest here that we use. So when you hover over something like a pebble, it's anything that has a crafting recipe at 2x2 or 3x3. So instead of crafting everything and placing it on top, all you need to do is either press K when you're hovering over it or Shift K to condense everything you have in your inventory. So if you're hovering over the stone pebble and you hold Shift and press K, it's gonna compress all of these pebbles into cobblestone. And same goes for all the other. So all you need to do is to hover over them, spam that K button, and you got yourself all these different various rocks and stones. So right now, all we're gonna need is some cobblestone, some andesite, and let's store everything else. The quest then tells us to go to make some cooked apples. That means we're gonna need a furnace. That means we need cobblestone, which we already got. Now, 2 important things to do here is to get a clicking machine and a basic item collector. Now, you see the 20 hoppers we crafted at first? They're coming into use now because we need them to craft items. And I'm gonna take all these excess pebbles I have and go craft myself a clicking machine that I need a chest for. And luckily, I already crafted a lot of chests. And we make 1 clicking machine. And let's make 1 basic item collector. And we are already prepared to do our next automation. That is right. What you need to do here is to... Actually, I'm gonna break this real quick. Go to the center point and this empty space that we left, crouch down, and at the very edge of it, just right click and place your clicking machine. Now, place back this and put the mesh back on. So this is gonna click whatever items you do in here, just like how I did it just now by holding the right click key to mesh all the dirt. So to automate this, it's as simple as putting a hopper on the clicking machine, putting a chest on top of it, and then what you want to do is put a chest right here and put the basic item collector on top of it. So this basic item collector will collect anything that is in this highlighted area and store it in this chest. So right now, our next automation, we take the next batch of dirt here, and I didn't use it for a reason. And all I need to do is to put it in the clicking machine, and we can see the magic happens. As you can see, it's not as fast as you do it manually, but it is automated. So all you need to do is to put your dirt here, and it will be collected all here. So now, all I need to do is to just sit back, relax, and it's gonna mesh everything for me. Donald, what do you think of this next automation we already made? Look at it. We're automating the sieving. Do you like it? Yes, you do. I'm pretty sure you do. Alright, feel free to roam back again and have some fun here. As you can see, I have the money in me. Let me store it back. Right clicking while having it in my offhand. And let's put the wallet on the side for now. Okay, now we got this. We start with making a furnace, making some stone, some charcoal, and all this fun stuff. So here's our furnace. And to make this even easier, as I said, it's all gonna be aimed to reduce the grind. The first thing you need to do is to make one furnace and start automating the furnace by placing the same way you did the barrels. You put a chest, hopper, furnace, hopper, chest. And there you go. And if you want something for fuel, I can put it in the back here. So we can place fuel and forget about it later in the future. Alright, all I need to do now is to place my chest here. And as you can see, we already have a semi-automated furnace. All I need to do is to take some oak logs, place some here for fuel, place the rest to smelt, and we're gonna start getting our charcoal. And we can place the logs on top and it will auto feed in here and it will all output in here, automating your furnace crafting and smelting. And just like that, we already have some charcoal. I placed some cobblestone in here to turn it to stone, so we can just finish the quest going forward. We need to make some torches, just as basically as simple as placing a few of these. Let me get a bit more. Let's start lighting up our area by putting some torches in every corner to just have a bit of light and be able to work during nighttime. And there you go. Let me place one here. Alright, what I also want to do real quick before the mobs start spawning is to start placing some torches here too to help prevent the mobs from spawning so they don't attack us while we're working on our base. Alright, and now just to finish the quests, all we need to do is to craft a crucible and a redstone clock. And I already have the recipes for those highlighted here. I need a little bit more oak logs. Gladly, I already grinded a lot at the start, so I don't have to do this again. And then we make one oak crucible and one redstone clock, which we will need 4 buttons to make. So we place this in this pattern. We put an andesite or a stone, and we make a redstone clock. So if we look here now, all we need to do is to cook some apples to finish this chapter. And with that, we're already done with the second chapter of this starting episode. Let me put those up here. I'm trying to smelt the charcoal as much as I can, so I get a bit access to some fuel later. And right here, I'm gonna put some charcoal here. The moment these oak logs are burnt, the charcoal will go in, and that is the semi-automation already working. And if we take our cooked apple, we are not done. We need a drying table. Alright. I already have that bookmarked. Just make it. And we get this lovely sound of finishing the second chapter. I'll place this here for now. Donald? I didn't know you're a female. You just gave me an egg. Thank you. Oops. Anyways, let's go back to sleep. Let's go and sleep, Donald. There you go. Have a good night. Mwah. Kiss on the face. And let's sleep. My wallet is empty. I have some V-Bucks. Don't tell me my wallet is empty. Alright, good morning, Donald. You're still named Donald. I don't care if you're female. Alright. Okay. Now, we already finished this. Let's claim everything. And we got a lot of things. So what we need to do is to just dump everything back in. We'll get back to it. Managing inventory might be a bit tricky here. All you need to do is just dump everything, click the middle mouse button, everything is sorted out. You can get access to it very easily. Alright, with this check-in chapter done, we are already progressing ahead. So right now, what are we gonna face? We have access to 2 extra chapters here that are not particularly necessary for the progression. The drawers give us access to the drawer mod pack, or the drawer mod, that is a very good mod to store items in. So let me real quick go grab some wood and craft all these items to finish that quest as well. So we go to the quest. We need a 2x2 drawer. Let's highlight that or bookmark it. We need a 1x2 and a 1x1. And we also need these compacting drawers. So right now, I'm just bookmarking everything to make it easier for me to craft all in one shot, to reduce that grinding time of having to go back and check every recipes individually. So I had a lot of these different variants of stones that I got. So let's get to it. We need a 1x2. We need more chests. Do I have any more? I think I placed them here. Let's take these things. I have 18. This should be enough. Okay, so let's craft one of these. So it crafts 4 for us. One of these will craft 2. One of these will craft 1. Let's see if we can make this already. No. So we need to make a little bit more of these. I'm assuming a little bit more of these as well. And we might need a bit more chests, but maybe not. And the last one, we also need 5. So let me quickly make a few more chests. If you shift left click here, it will consume all the amount you have. So it's the maximum you can craft. And we just need 5. Let's make a compacting drawer, a drawer controller slave, and a drawer controller. With that, we can finish the 3rd chapter. We're progressing quite quick, and I like it. Alright, so for this mod, the storage drawers, the first things you need to use, or the main things, is the drawer controller and your actual drawers. So the way you use this mod is you place your drawer controller here, and any attached inventory to it, which has to be the same drawer, will act as a storage space for your items. So the single storage space, or the 1x1, will store 2048 of one individual item. If you go the 1x2, it will store half that amount, but you can store up to 2 items. And if you go to the 2x2, you get to store 4 items, and it's about 516 of each item can hold in each of these slots. You can later lock them, so you can have these items always as the one spot. So if you have an item like the oak log, and you just right click it right now, I'm gonna go and get all my oak logs, and let's get these and these. Let me introduce you to this one, and let's take the string. It's taking a lot of space. You don't know what to do with it. You can place your planks here, or your slabs. You can place your planks here. And let's say I want to store my string here. Now, instead of going to each individual thing and placing it, what the drawer controller allows you is to right click on it, or double right click on it, and it will take everything of your inventory that is in a slot here. So it's going to take all the oak logs, all the oak planks, the slabs, and the string in my inventory, and it will store it inside. So as you see, the 512 of string is already filled here. So this slot is a bit small for it. If I want to store more, I have to put it in another slot. Or if I shift, or if I crouch down and left click on it, I can take it stack by stack. And if I store it here now, as you can see, it's storing 652, because the 1x2 stores 1032 of each item. And with that, the 3rd chapter is done. And just like that, we already have the automation set for our dirt. We have the automation set for our sieving. We have a semi-automated furnace. All you need to do now is to start progressing a bit by doing slight bulk crafting. So we want more leaves. We want a lot of leaves. The best way to do this is to empty your inventory, take your oak saplings, take your mud, and get a little bit of wood. Make all the shears you can. I'm making a lot of shears. We're gonna use all of them. And let me also get some food, because I'm gonna need that in order to use the food. I need to use this. Get the leaves. Make some food like usual. And we have 8 leafy stews ready to consume. Alright, so just go inside your hidey hole. Place your saplings. Crouch. The moment you see leaves, you want to harvest them, so you don't waste and duplicate any leaves. As you can see, from only 12 saplings, you can get quite a lot. We already used 1 shear. Here's the second one. Here's the last one. So we already have over 5 stacks of leaves just from 12 saplings. And then what you need to do is to remove the logs and do the grind again. Do this for a minute or two. Get yourself a full inventory of oak leaves. Place them in the automation for dirt and just forget about it for a while. So I'm gonna do that. And just like that, with about 3 to 5 minutes of tree farming and leaf farming, we have a lot of leaves to work with. So I'm gonna dump all of these now in my automation chest. As you can see, I wanna split those real quick. I might end up splitting them into 2 chests to make it easier for myself. Actually, let me do that real quick. So all I need to do is to break this. All the leaves will pop out. And I'm gonna collect them. I'll build myself up a bit. Get all the leaves. Get a bit hurt. It's okay. And I'm gonna place the chest. To place the chest individually, you're gonna have to be crouching and place the chest like this. And as you can see now, we have separate chests and no need to split the items in anymore. This chest has more. I'll keep that. I'll store a bit of the leaves for later use of food. And I already have a little bit more of oak that I can just spam right click here and take everything out of my inventory. As a matter of fact, let me place the leaves here as well, so I don't have to store them and I can see them right away and get quick access to them right here. It's nighttime. We finished already 3 chapters. It's about to sleep. And it's about time to sleep. Let me get Donald real quick. Let me go to bed. And rest here. Good night, Donald. See you in the morning. And with that, we are done with the first chapter automations. We have the leaves being turned to the dirt. Then all we need to do is to move the dirt into the sieving. Later, we're gonna get access to pipes to actually automate the moving of everything from one inventory to another. Right now, it's a semi-automation with a little bit of manual work, as just taking your dirt, putting it here, and forgetting about it. And with that, everyone, we are done with the first episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as my channel is brand new and I need all the subscriptions I can get. And I hope you guys enjoyed. In the next episode, we're gonna be diving into the hostile mobs and making a mob farm to get access to our mob drops, to get access to more mob farm items. And we're gonna be trying to tackle the first challenge to get access to the Infinity Wand, which is basically allows us to build way easier the building gadget and all your building mod packs and mods. So we also get a frog, another frog, some imprisonment tools. Those are very nice items used to transport mobs around. All of that in the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Tune up. The next episode will be coming in a week. And I hope you guys had fun. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Have a good night. Enjoy yourself. And have fun playing Minecraft. Goodbye, everyone.